Hello and welcome to Roll for Sanity, where we become mythos investigators in the world of Call of Cthulhu role-playing. Today we're going to be creating a slasher movie survivor for the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. In the background you'll hear the Syrinscape sounds that we'll have playing thanks to Syrinscape. I'm not sponsored by Syrinscape, they just make some great sounds for you to use in your game. So, what kind of character are we going to be creating today? Well, it's the sort of person that was wandering through the forest one moonlit night when they heard a crack or something in the forest. They had to run for their lives and run back to their friends at the camp or sorority house or wherever these people were having their Halloween celebrations. This character is the person that survives. They're the one that manages to run to the sheriff's office. So we're going to roll some dice and see what sort of character we can create for this Halloween video.
Personal attributes.
Okay. Strength first, 13. Not too bad at all. Dexterity next. 18 dexterity, that's going to be very useful. Intelligence next. Add 6 to this for a 15. Okay, that's good. Constitution. Okay, average constitution. We'd like a good size roll later on. Appearance. Okay, 12. Slightly average above appearance. Let's see what they have for power. Okay, 12 power, 60% for their sanity. You're right. And size, oh, we needed a much bigger size than that. Let's see what their education is. Okay, add 6 to that for 15. Yeah, okay. And then some luck. Ideal. Okay, then. So, we have our character. Let's jump over to the character sheet and drop those in and see what they look like on the sheet. So, we have 13 for strength, which translates to 65. And then we had a dexterity of 18, which translates to 90. Gosh, that's powerful levels there. Pulp Fiction sort of character we've got there. Intelligence of 15 rolls into a 75. Oh, sorry, no, missed the sheet. 90 for dexterity and 75 for intelligence. Let's see what their constitution score is. Yeah, that was a 10, so that becomes a 50. And then we're looking at an appearance of 12, which translates to a 60. And then power again was the 12 times 5 equals 60. And then the size score, only 9 for size. Have a look at the maximum hit points this character gets when we add a size of 45 in there. Oh, goodness me, 9 hit points. Well, there we go. So education of a 75. Not too bad at all. It's going to give us a lot of education points to spend. So their current sanity is going to be 60. Their magic points is going to be 12. Their current hit points is going to be 9. Not too terrible, but not the strongest. And their luck was 55. So let's have a think about what our slasher survivor is going to be.
Occupation and skills.
Okay, so looking at our characters' statistics, they are very dexterous, have a great education, very intelligent. So we're probably going to say this person is a student in some kind of education. And because of that amazing dexterity, we're going to have to say there's some sort of athlete. So if we have a look at our character sheet and put in the athlete skills there, first of all, in alphabetical order, we have the interpersonal skill for our character. So they are slightly above average in terms of their looks. So I would think adding some points for charm. Remember, we've got 330 points, so we can be slightly frivolous in our spend. So charm, we're going to take that up to 50% to prevent fumbles. Same with climb. We're going to take climb up to 50%. Remember, these are the athletic skills of our character. We'll drop in our half dexterity here of 45. That's a great skill to have on dodge already. And let's not forget our credit rating. They are only a student, so we'll have 30 for their credit rating. Next up is the fighting brawl. Fighting brawl, let's take that up to 50%. Not that they massively want to get into any fights with only 9 hit points. Going to continue the athleticism with a jump. Again, we'll bump that up to 50%. And carry on into the next column where, yes, we have the personal speciality. And I think navigate is going to be good for our character to have, because they need to find their way to the sheriff's office or out of the woods so they can raise the alarm and get help. So we'll add 50 points here to bring that up to 60. So they're quite a good navigator. Next up, we have ride, part of the athletics skills. We'll add that to 55 just in case they manage to find a horse that they can ride off into the sunset and help the people get away. Not all of them get away, so she might not be able to save all of them. Next up on the list, we have our swim roll. And we're going to say that they are a athletics level swimmer. So we'll drop 50 points into that, and we'll drop 50, or bring up the throw roll to 50 points here. And so that is our 330 points spent on our athletics person. Now we have a look at what their intelligence can bring us.
Personal interest skills.
So, what extra do we need for our character to be able to survive this encounter with whatever they are going to face? Well, we have a dodge of 45 already, and our intelligence is 75, so times that by 2, we get 150 points to spend here. So we can bring our dodge skill up to a fantastic 80. To prevent our character from getting injured in any way whatsoever. Hopefully there'll be a few extreme success rolls and they can roll out of danger. I've suggested we get some stealth, because our character needs to be able to sneak around behind the back of whoever is chasing them. So if we bring that up, add 40 points here, bring that up to 60 points, that'll be quite good. And we've got our swim roll there. What else do we need? Well, we are a investigator, so we want to have our spot hidden, so we can spot the out of the ordinary, and we can bring that up to a little bit extra in there. So we'll add 30 points here to bring that up to 55 points in spot hidden. And of course, a person is going to need that little bit of occult knowledge, just in case they find some kind of book that they need to read out to make sure that that person goes back to whatever hellish realms they've come from. So we'll drop 45 points in here to bring that up to 50%. So that character is quite well rounded out. They are very athletic, they can get away, they can swim, they can dodge. They can also have the opportunity to use the occult writings to maybe help them. So, now we take a look at
The finishing touches.
Okay, so our finishing touches for our character are personal description. We're going to say they are short and frail, but very athletic. They aren't the strongest, they aren't the tallest, but this hasn't ever let them held back. And that leads into our ideology and beliefs, where this person says it's up to us to be the best that we can be. So even though they are massively talented, they keep pushing themselves so they can strive to be better than they can. A very good trait for an athlete to have. Now, their significant person is going to be that sports coach who drove them on and said, yes, you can do this, you can make sure everything is good, you can win that gold medal in swimming or something along those lines. Meaningful locations? Well, probably the camp that she survives a slasher attack will become one of her meaningful locations. Treasure possessions, we're going to say, is mother's locket. Maybe she carries it when she's swimming. And maybe it's a motivational thing where she has to go back into one of the camps to rescue her mother's locket from the slasher and the monster that's attacking them. Traits, then, we're going to say that they don't let anything hold them back. They are naturally talented in a whole number of areas, so they believe in themselves to push on and go through. Phobias and manias, none just yet. Arcane tomes, none just yet. Encounters with strange entities, well, after this Halloween, I think they're going to have quite the tale to tell. So this person is going to be the one who rises up above everything. They grab the axe, they see the person off, and they are able to make it out of the slasher movie alive. Thank you very much for joining us on this video. Welcome to all the new investigators who have joined us since the last one. Thank you to Syrinscape for all their wonderful noises we've heard in the background. Let's slot in a bit of music whilst we finish up and say you can find us on www.roll4sanity.com, and you can find us at Roll4Sanity on Twitter as well. Twitter? No, it's become X, I don't know. That weird social media thing. Thanks for joining us, and we'll Roll4Sanity again soon.